So I was listening to a speaker the other day. Well, I don't even know if it's a speaker, maybe a spiritual teacher. I don't know. I had come across it on my page on Instagram, and she was saying, how it's okay to tell your ego that everything is going to be okay, and that, to make the ego feel safe, and that everything is going to be okay. I used to be there at one time. I used to believe in all that shit. It was something that I would find myself doing a lot, right? I would actually say a lot of mantras, affirmations, right? Thinking that it was going to help. And not saying that it didn't help. It helped for a little bit, but then thoughts arised. Thoughts, emotions arised shortly after that. Thoughts and emotions are constantly arising. There's no getting out of that, right? But at the time, I truly believed that it was gonna stop it from happening, right? And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong for the person to believe that it will stop, because the person has no control over that, over believing that. But just hearing that person speak about, making the ego feel safe and all that shit just brought me, back to when I used to believe in that. First of all, believing that the ego is separate from you is the dream. It's the story of the person. There isn't a two of you, and there isn't even a you. It's wholeness pretending to be a you and an ego. And even wholeness is a concept. It's a label. I really don't know what it is. And it's not even in it. It doesn't need labels. It doesn't need concepts. It doesn't need conditions. It's unconditional. But the person believing that the ego is separate and it's the person's story, and it's okay because the person can't get out of believing that, because that's just what's appearing to happen to the person. There's no control over what the person is doing. There are no rules here at all. This is freedom, liberation. Rules just make you feel like you're trapped in a cage, in a box. It It doesn't have to be that hard. It doesn't have to be that hard. You're free to do whatever because you aren't the doer. You aren't the doer. And there isn't a you. There isn't a me. There isn't an I. It's nothing appearing as a you, a me, and an I. Conditions can arise. Oh yeah, conditions can arise. And there's nothing wrong with it. The person believing that there's something wrong with it is what keeps the person trapped. It's fucking just a headache. Who cares? Really? Who cares if the conditions are arising, appearing? Oh well. But the person caring about the conditions is okay. Because there's no control over the person caring. There's no control whatsoever. It is what it is. It's life being life. When the person takes it personal, that's when the entrapment feeling appears to happen to the person. And the person can't get out of taking it personal. But when the person realizes, oh, that's just me taking it personal. I'm just taking it personal. It's no big deal. When the person realizes that it's no big deal to take it personal, that's when freedom kicks in. It's easy. But when the realization isn't there, it makes it a little more harder on the person. And that is still the divine. And even divine, God, nothing, are all concepts. It really doesn't need a name. But it's the only way to express what this is. It's all divinely orchestrated. And I don't even know if that's what it is. I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's not a knowing. It's truly fucking unknown. For the person to look at ego as being separate is the dream. There is no separation whatsoever, and there isn't even a fucking ego. There isn't even a person. There is nothing pretending to be something, someone. All just the mystery. It's a lovely mystery, by the way. And I'm not knocking the speaker, the teacher. I'm just simply expressing myself. And even if I was knocking them, there's no control. There's no control. I'm not doing it. And there isn't even an I'm. It's just what's appearing to happen. There's no right or wrong here. There's no right or wrong over what the person is doing. And the person believing that there's right and wrong is what's appearing to happen. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh. There's, like, no good or bad, right or wrong. And the person believing that it's good, it's bad, it's right, it's wrong, is just all divinely orchestrated. It's just what's appearing to happen. And there's no control. There's no control. There's no control over what's appearing to happen, over what the person is doing. There's no doer doing it. La 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 la. I love you.